Hey, what is up, everybody? This is It's a Yee Kind of Life, and this is probably the first time that you're hearing my voice for a lot of you. The only time that I've ever really did videos with my voice was like in the very beginning, a few years ago, when I first started out my channel. I'm sure I know that a lot of you have not come to the channel for that, for my video game reviews and stuff like that. I would like to get back into that sort of thing later on, but right now let's just get to it. I just want to say thank you all who have been watching my AMW videos, even to the ones who've been around since my commercial videos from Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, just all of those videos that many of you have been just been having the most fun with it, just watching it for nostalgia and all this other stuff. Excuse me if I'm pausing so much. It's been a while since I've had my voice in the video, but I'm honestly just kind of surprised of how many views that my videos have been getting. Like, it's crazy. I never would have thought my videos would have blown up so much. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to brag or anything about the views. It's more important of the subscribers, you guys, of course, because without you, this channel wouldn't be thriving. It's kind of cliche, what I'm talking about, I know. But I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate my fine subscribers. The ones who don't even subscribe, I still appreciate you for checking in, watching my videos and stuff like that. Cause I never, for a long time, I never would have thought that the recordings would, like I said, would blow up so much. I never would have thought that this would be happening. So, again, thank you very, very much for just watching my videos, browsing, I'm starting to repeat myself, so I'll end this little, this little voice clip. I'll end this little voice clip here, and let you guys watch the rest of this video, enjoy, and I do have some 2020 Dateline 48 hours in my collection. I know I've said before in my comments section, if you guys are willing to, if you guys are interested in watching all that, because I'm about ready to be done with the AMW stuff. There's only like 1 or 2 videos after this one, so that's pretty much done right there. So again, if you guys are interested in watching those things, I even have some ghost hunters too. I don't know if I'll get away with posting that stuff. Same thing with the 2020 48 hours. I don't know. Well, I'll just have to see what happens. But like I said, if you guys are pumped to watch those things, then I'll post them. I'll try to find a way to post them. And if things don't work out, I can always post on my archive. But anyways, let's keep this video going with the AMW stuff. Enjoy the show, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye now.
This is John Turchin with a breaking news alert.
I'm not the real monster.
Last week, we told you about accused child molester David Sprong, who fled California with his flashy girlfriend, their 10-year-old daughter, and 2 chihuahuas.
Good evening, America's Most Wanted.
Only minutes after we aired Sprong's face, dozens of residents of Humble, Texas ID'd Sprong as John Ellison, the owner of a local auto repair shop.
He was kind of sketchy. He told a lot of stories, and his stories stories always change.
Sprong sprang again before cops could catch up with him, taking Clara Lynette Roder and their daughter Justine on the run. The family dogs were left behind. Cops believe Sprong could still be in the Houston area. Sprong is now bald and has since shaved his new goatee. Sprong was last seen driving a green 1997 Infiniti SUV. If you have any information on the whereabouts of David Sprong or Lynette or Justine Roder, call 1-800-CRIME-TV.
A high school hallway. It's more than just a path from class to class. It's a social nerve center, a fashion runway, and a gossip hotline. It's also a setting for teen dating violence, manipulation, intimidation, physical and even sexual abuse. As this problem gains serious attention all across the country, it's already had a huge impact at one school in Austin, Texas. Was the classic high school romance. The cheerleader with a winning personality meets and falls for the high school football star. Carolyn Mosley, Trella to her friends, was just 15. Marcus McTeer, the son of a minister, was her first steady boyfriend. Even Trella's favorite teacher, Ms. Conner, approved of the relationship.
Okay, how's everybody doing with their creative writing assignments?
Marcus was also in my class. He was very outspoken, confident young man, also very funny. He ran track and played football. She was drill team and cheerleading. They were both very popular, both very smart, very articulate. I saw their relationship begin to come together and kind of bloom in my class.
Marcus and Trella's relationship seemed perfect, but perfection waned, and after a few months, Trella began to complain that Marcus was controlling her every move. What she did,
I don't want you hanging around with them no more. Put some clothes.
Even what she wore.
Excuse me, but what are you doing here? It was very stormy. They fought a lot.
And I ain't gonna work with you taking away from me. So like
A lot of arguments were about control. Never in a billion trillion years did I ever imagine the seriousness of what was going on. She felt she could handle it.
Stop wearing stuff like
Marcus,
that.
why are you tripping?
I'm not tripping. It's just I got an image to protect.
Look, we don't have to be together since you care about your image.
No, we do, baby. I'm sorry. I'll change. I'll do whatever.
It had been a roller coaster, and Trella broke it off. Marcus threatened suicide.
Bro, I will kill myself if I lose you.
Then they got back together.
So how's your day going?
Trella came to my room for lunch, and she was very, very down.
Talk to me.
And I said, come on now, tell me what's going on. And Trella just smiled at me and said, you know what, Ms. Conner? It's just that roller coaster of love. You know how teenagers are.
And on Friday, March 28, 2003, Trella broke off her relationship with Marcus McTeer for good. Finally, the roller coaster ride was over.
It's a Friday. And one of my kids burst into my door and just started shrieking. And he said, come, come, it's Trella, come, come. So I walk out of my classroom into the open courtyard, and there are literally 100 kids shrieking, screaming, running, panicking. Blood is everywhere. There's blood on the cement. There's blood on children. It was just the most horrible panic you can imagine. I ran to where she was. And I said to her, don't leave. What do you say? It's a 15-year-old dying, pool of blood. Don't leave. That's all I could say was, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. I knelt down beside her, and she took one last breath and held it, and let it out. And that was it. Marcus stabbed her in the hallway 6 times and left the knife in her back. At the top of the stairs in silhouette, there was Marcus. And the light was shining from behind him, and all I could see was this silhouette of him with his hands up. I can't describe it. It was crazy.
Police arrested 16-year-old Marcus McTeer for the murder of 15-year-old Trella Mosley. Everyone at Reagan High School was shocked at what appeared to be an isolated violent outburst from Marcus McTeer. But Trella wasn't McTeer's first target. Rae Spence met Marcus McTeer 2 years before, and Marcus was her first boyfriend.
Once upon a time, I was the same girl Trella was. I was loud. I had a lot of friends. I was in cheerleading. I had a lot of energy, and I just loved being who I was. She went through everything I went through. She just didn't get away like I did. 3 months into our relationship, he didn't want me going out and watching TV with my parents. I had to be on the phone with him all the time. And at school, he didn't want me to have friends. He wanted me to just devote all my time at school to him. Behind the scenes, he's making my life a living hell. He just got more and more violent. He ended up pushing me downstairs. Every time he ever put his hands on me, I made sure I went to the office and told what happened to me. I wanted a report made. Trella didn't have to die. If people would have listened to me, she wouldn't have.
She was a true angel on earth. God loaned her to me for 15 years for me to know real love.
Trella's murder made teen dating violence a reality in Austin. But what we found is that teen dating abuse is a nationwide phenomenon, affecting 1 in 4 teens and reaching staggering proportions.
Teen dating violence is an epidemic problem. This is young people you know. These are your neighbors. These are your nieces and nephews. This can be your own child.
One of the problems with teenagers is they've never had relationships. They don't know what a healthy relationship looks like, so many kids don't even know what they're supposed to be looking for.
And what Rae wants other teens to know is that there is help.
You don't, under any circumstances, have to deal with it. And that it's not love, and it's not lust, it's not friendship, and it doesn't have to go on. There are people that will help you. Her life has inspired me in more ways than I can sit here and tell you. I'm doing this for Trella because she'll never get to do it. My voice is big enough for the 2 of us, and it will always be big enough for the 2 of us. She will be remembered.
Now, as you can imagine, Trella's death made teen dating violence front page news in Austin. And right now I'm at John B. Conley High School in Pflugerville, Texas, just outside of the city. I want to hear what some students have to say about this frightening epidemic. How many of you maybe have been the victim of teen dating violence or know somebody that has been? Hands? Wow. Look at the response. So now you see it's a pretty big problem, isn't it? Well, I want you to help me spread the word about this problem. And when we come back, we'll talk a lot more about it. And we'll be joined by my very special guest, MTV News correspondent, Suchin Pak. Stay with us, a lot more coming up.